I'm Amanda Freisten, the Libertarian candidate for Alabama House Representative District 79. And I'm coming to you today, District 79 and people of Alabama, with a heavy heart. I accepted the nomination to run here in District 79 because I wanted the people of District 79 to have a choice. Had I not ran, the incumbent would have been running unopposed. Now, even if your choice would have been to re-elect Representative Lovern, I believe that 79 deserved to have that choice and it should not be decided for us. With that said, I do want to say that since the very beginning of all of this, I've questioned why we don't have a Democrat on the ballot. I believe that this area, there's a lot of Democrats here. I feel like it's pretty equal among the people I know. The numbers may show, a slight favor for the Republicans, but I believe that the Democrats could win here, especially since we have the Alabama State Constitution 2022 on the ballot this cycle. And one of the issues that this is addressing is the racist language that's in our state constitution. And this is going to remove the racist language. So I believe that with the Democrat Party championing themselves as the social justice party, that they could have probably showed up in record-breaking numbers at the polls, or they should show up. I believe they will show up in record-breaking numbers at the poll as long as they know this is on the ballot. So I really feel like a Democrat could win here and get elected here in District 79. And so I believe that the Democratic Party dropped the ball not having a representative here. I've always kind of questioned, like, what's going on? I don't know. Is it a coincidence they just didn't have somebody? Or is it by design? I don't know, but I'm questioning these things, right? So then I get this message from a Republican friend who was in on a group text with other people of the Republican Party. And this message came from Jennifer Lovern, Joe Lovern's wife, our current representative. And I'm going to read it real quick, just so that I can lay out for you what it is I'm trying to share with you and why my heart is so heavy. So with Joe's House seat being 42% Democrat, I feel the majority of the people in our area are fairly moderate, whether they consider themselves Republican or Democrat. We have worked hard to not have a Democrat opponent this time. Many want to vote for the person, not the party. There is already such a divide in our country that I constantly worry we aren't finding ways to meet in the middle. Now, I can tell you that the only way that I verified this is from Jennifer Lovern is the phone number that is across the message. I was able to Google that, and it did go to where she works, the real estate agency, and listed as her private cell phone number. So anyway, I did verify that. But the problem that I have is we have worked hard to not have a Democrat opponent this time. I don't know what that means. What does that mean that we worked hard to not have an opponent at this time? And there may not be any malicious intent there, but the problem that I have is that not having opponents at this time is, it silences the people. I don't even know why somebody would work hard to not have an opponent at all. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm going to go into that more later. And I think we can all agree that there is a divide in our country, but what are we doing to meet in the middle? What are we doing if we're working hard to not have an opponent? Anyway, so this concerned me, and I wanted to know, and I felt like the people of District 79 had a right to know what that meant. So I sent it to Secretary of State Merrill, and, I asked them to investigate it, look into it and whatnot. And this is the response that I got, which is very troubling to me. But the response that I got from the General Counsel of the Secretary of State is, Ms. Freisten, while I don't know the context of the email, although I did send them my source, they could have reached out and found out the context. They could have looked a little bit, right? Anyway, there is the First Amendment to consider. Everyone has the right to express their opinion. Good, because I'm about to express mine. Anyway, and I can say this with certainty, that every candidate works for and hopes to have no opponent. Now, I can tell you with certainty that that statement is false because I am working hard for the complete opposite. I want there to be as many choices on the ballot for the people of Alabama as possible, because when these races run unopposed, we don't have a voice. And if they're working hard to make sure that they don't have an opponent, that's scary. But I can tell you right now that I know for a fact now, because all of this does is confirm what I already believed, is that these career politicians are working hard to silence us. They are working hard to take our choices away from us. And they do that with things like ballot access restriction laws. And that is something that myself and the rest of the Libertarian Party wants to work to remove. We know that when there's more competition, the people are able to hold their representatives accountable. They don't have to answer to us, Alabama, if they don't need our vote. They don't have to answer to us if they're running unopposed. It doesn't matter to them. The only one they have to answer to are the special interest groups, their donors. They have to answer to the money. They don't have to answer to the people. And I know that the people are waking up and we're recognizing this, right? They wonder why we question the integrity of our elections. Because they work hard. They work hard to silence us. They work hard to take our choices from us. It took a lot of work for the Libertarian Party to gain ballot access this cycle, and if we hadn't gained ballot access, 75% of the races across the state of Alabama, including 7 of the 9 top state positions, would have been unopposed. They would have been uncontested. They wouldn't have to answer to their voters. They don't have to answer to the people. It's our patriotic duty, people of Alabama, to prevent tyranny from getting a stronghold over us. That's our patriotic duty. And in Section 2 of our own state constitution, people, source of the power. That's us. We're the source of the power, the people. And it says in there that we have an inalienable and indefeasible right to make changes to our government in a manner that we deem expedient. How do we do that when we don't have a choice? We don't even have initiatives and referendums. They have completely and totally tied our hands the best they can. These powers that be, they're working hard against us, not for us. And all of this does is confirm to me what I already believe is happening, why I'm running, what I want to fight against. I want to give you choices on the ballot to hold your elected officials accountable. I want to give you initiatives and referendums to hold your elected officials accountable. I want to put the power back in the hands of the people where it belongs. We are the power source. According to the Alabama State Constitution, the people are the established authority here in this state. And when representatives do things to usurp the powers of the people, to silence the people, they are rebelling against the established authority here in the state of Alabama, not the other way around. When we go against our government, that is our patriotic duty as the people. We are not rebelling. They are rebelling against the established authority. So I just want to tell you, if you get out there and you elect me and the other 60 plus libertarians that are on the ballot this cycle, we are going to work hard to empower the people so that you don't have to depend on us. So you don't have to depend on the government. We want to empower you we are the government. That's what we want. We want to be the government. We got to stop the corruption. We got to stop the special interest groups and big money donors and all of these things that are, the power should not be coming from the money. It should be coming from the people. And that's what we're going to work for. Vote Amanda Frison, District 79. Vote Libertarian.